For people that are just kind of like learning about AI and all that, can you explain autonomous agents and how people could use them in their daily lives?
Right now, autonomous agents are the shiny toy, which is this idea of an agent that can like just do things without control. A lot of applications that are like on the web or you have to download are now able to actually just be directly on social media. And so before autonomy and before these agents and like robots and all that, what we're seeing is just the web itself being reshaped very quickly because all of us spend a lot of time on social media, and every other app that's not social media is now competing for attention with, they're advertising onto TikTok and hoping you leave TikTok. But TikTok doesn't want you to leave. And so clearly the next application layer is going to be intelligent apps that come right onto social media and you interact with directly in your timeline. And I think that what we're enabling with Eliza framework, but also a lot of people, while yes, there's this like far off, like it's the her experience, it's the Siri kind of thing. The immediate value is how it's just like totally reshaping the web, and it's happening very fast. Like, just in a couple of months, we've seen many, many different apps, and like, Twitter is a very different experience now than it was a few months ago.
Looking at the Eliza GitHub, like it was like every couple days, like more hundreds of forks and more contributors and stuff. So it's been very impressive. And James, I'll kind of like change this question up a little bit. How do you plan as a builder in the space to like leverage the tech?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's so many amazing applications you could like pull out and up from this. There's a project that I've been working on for a long time called Lucid Journal, which is something that I would love to build using these agents. You have a sort of intelligent dream journal, and you have an agent that helps you kind of find insights from what's happening in your subconscious. So I think there's all of these really awesome plays that could be even pulled up, into neuroscience and medical stuff. There's so many possibilities. So what I really want to do is build applications really in the dream sphere of things. But right now, I'm having a lot of fun experimenting with whatever is possible, and like even making agents that could make music, or even just agents that could help you with day-to-day tasks like reading your messages, and helping you kind of condense this information. So I really want to use agents to make my life a little bit easier, first and foremost, and then I'd like to build agents to help me get insights on the types of knowledge that I feel like are hard to get insight on.
Shaw, what have been some of the creations with the agents that you found interesting and useful as far as like things that kind of stood out to you or things that you're excited about?
Two metas that I'm particularly interested in. The first one is this idea of agents as the application front end, kind of just replacing websites, as I said. I think a good example last week was I had done a tutorial on how to make a pizza delivery agent. Somebody else finished it and had pizzas delivered with Domino's, because you can npm install Domino's as a package. Somebody made that. And so I thought that was just like a really cool example of like a very flashy, like, okay, there was Bitcoin pizza, now we have agent pizza. But that really opens up, like if you just replace pizza with booking a flight or managing your calendar or being a therapist or any of these like things that we actually already have an app for and we're paying for, now it's just directly on social media. You can call it, you can text it, tweet it. And it's like, it's just getting like rid of a lot of that friction. And so that's just clearly going to be the way we interact with apps, and like that there are these kinds of characters out there that, you can like call your therapist and it's literally an AI. And there are people like working on that right now. It's definitely a thing. The other meta that I'm really interested in, well, now there's just like fire hose, and I've, after releasing this framework, have gotten a lot more attention on me socially, and so my DMs and all of my messages have become totally overrun, and I was already not particularly good at getting back to everybody. Now it's just completely crazy. And so what I see as the next meta is agents actually sitting between us and these kind of fire hose social networks and curating that for us. So a product we're working on that I started just for my own sanity, and have developers building internally, is a message reply bot that actually like says, oh, this person just wants to give you kudos, or this person's asking if this project is real, or what's the contract address for our thing. And so it can just filter a lot of the inbound to the places that it needs to go, and then take the things that it thinks I need to reply to and send those to my Discord, and I have a feed where I can be like, oh, cool, I can actually now go back to Twitter and respond to that person. So it's like that meta of agents as the application layer, but also agents as the filter between you and this like really intense, just very distracting social media world.